This video, I was just really, honestly, the reason why I'm putting out this video is just because, like, I feel as if, like, I was just holding back just because of fear and not really understanding that there's no better time than to just put yourself out there than now. Like, you can always say that, you know, I'm not ready yet, I need to be prepared, I need to have everything together, but in all actuality, you know, you can't prepare for anything. You just have to be ready and stay ready and just know that within yourself, that just know that, you know, if you have trust within yourself, then that's all that should fuel you with anything that you're doing. So yeah, I comment down below if you want me to do a more in-depth like eyebrow tutorial. So I'm gonna skip that part right now. So let's boopity boop, movity move. But yeah, like on this day, I was just like, let me just do my makeup, because most of the times whenever I'm not feeling like, you know, not like sad or anything, but just low of energy, I just decide to just, you know, get cute, do some skincare, and then just play with some makeup. So that's what I decided to do on this day. So I didn't really have anywhere to go. I was just like, let me just do something for the grams, because I actually haven't posted, which that's what I'm trying to be, sorry, that's what I'm trying to be more consistent with as far as like putting content out there. I need to be consistent with like taking pictures, because I do like taking pictures. And the reason for my hesitation with that is just because of fear of like, oh, what will people say? The content that I put out there, is it good enough? If it's not, or is it not? But it doesn't really matter what they think. It's all about how as long as I'm doing it with the intention of love and just loving what I want to do, that's all that matters. A quick update. So I moved here to LA. Actually, yeah, that's really crazy. Yeah, so I moved here to LA back in June. Yeah, like the end of June 27th to be exact. It's so funny how that day even like all went about. So the reason why I was saying you're never going to be ready is just because like even the move here, it was planned, but it wasn't planned as far as like, okay, so basically I told all of my friends like, hey guys, I'm moving to California by the end of July, early August. So definitely by August 1, I will not be in Indiana. So, you know, I basically had a schedule out of like, you know, portioning out my time as far as like hanging out with each of my close friends. But it's so crazy because like my roommate was telling me how like our property manager was telling us that we had to move in by the end of June so that we can get our promo for having 3 months rent free by moving in at the end of June. So with that, so we basically had to hurry up and get our stuff together so that we can move out here. So I was literally like panicking because I was like, oh my gosh, like, I mean, I already had all my stuff packed together, but it's just like, I didn't even have time to say bye to my friends. Like, I was so hurt about that because I was like, dang, like I already had like plans with them. Like I was already having plans to go smoke with them the next day. It was just like literally a whole thing. But life just hits you and you just gotta take it. Like when life hits you, you gotta take that, you gotta use it to its advantage. So yeah, so go back on the story. So basically moved out here in July, but it's so crazy that yeah, I didn't have time to say goodbye, but it was like I've always talked about moving here. So it was just a matter of when. This is so funny, you guys. So I worked at FedEx. This is so messed up, but I worked at FedEx so that I can get the discount because I knew that I was moving. I was like, you know what? You know what's really smart? Let me just apply to FedEx so that I'll be able to ship my boxes with a discount. And you guys, the best decision I've ever did. So let me tell you, I had the biggest discount when shipping the boxes because who would have thought shipping boxes? Moving is very expensive. So you really have to really think about what you're doing whenever you're moving. Like you have to cut out the expenses, be realistic with everything. Like numbers is everything. # Larry June. But anyway, so what am I trying to say? Oh, okay. So Shipping the boxes, that was like $100 a box. Shipping the box, it was $100 per box. But with the discount, it was like $30. And I was like, wow, all the slaving that I did at FedEx, hauling those boxes, trying to get, turning over packages so that the conveyor belt will be able to read the labels, repackaging things. It all worked out, you guys. Yeah, so go discount. Okay, anyway. Like when you're traveling with the intention of like, oh, you're not coming back, it hits totally different. So I'm on the bus, y'all. I'm on the bus and I was just like, it didn't hit me until like, I don't know, 5 minutes in, we're on the highway and I'm like, yo, I'm really going to be living in California. Like, by Indy, like this is what I've always wanted. Like this is the first step of like the biggest move in my life. So it was just like, oh my gosh, this is so crazy. And so next thing you know, my ass is crying, y'all. But I wasn't trying to be like really, I'm not trying to make myself known because I don't like when, I don't really like crying in front of people, which I know that it's, you have to, it's okay to cry. Like it's not that deep. Like everybody cries. It's, yeah. So I was just like, I wasn't trying to make myself noticeable because, when somebody like sees you crying and then they want to give you a hug and then they pat your back. Oh my gosh, y'all. No. See, waterworks, literally. Don't pat my back because now you really asking for me to just stop. It's just like, I'm sorry if that was loud if you're wearing headphones, sorry. But yeah, so I'm in the front. And one thing that I was like very anxious about during this little trip is I was afraid of losing my stuff, you guys. Like I was like, that can't happen. I'm not losing anything because the last time that I remembered, circa freaking spring break when I lost my stuff. I lost my freaking purse where I had like my ID and all of that jazz, and it was not a good time. So I was just like, that's never happening. So ever since then, I've just been like very, anxious about losing my stuff ever since. So I had my backpack on me. Like I made sure that I had my AirPods, my wallet in sight because that was not going to happen to me. Not again. So I'm over there listening to some music. I was sad because I was leaving, but it was just like, this is where your life is starting. Like the only way for you to really get what you want is if you make that action to do it. As long as you know for sight what you want to do and you have a plan, do it. Like the biggest blockage is you. Like honestly, life is way too short to be thinking about, oh, what if, and oh, am I not good enough? And it's just like, y'all, F that. Like just do it. Like as long as you have if you can fathom doing whatever that you're supposed to be doing, like your dream and stuff, then you are supposed to be doing that. Because do you know how hard it is for people to even dream and to think and to be able to think at that aspect of, oh, I can do this? That's so hard. Like, trust me, like working all these jobs, I've noticed that was the thing. Like, I would always be the person to be like, oh, what do you want to do? Like, what's your dreams? And then like, they'll tell me, but then they're like, oh, that's not realistic. Why not? Like, you were able to think it, so you can definitely do it. So, and I would just, and that just, reiterated on my level, like everything that I was saying, I was being a hypocrite. Like I would tell people to do this, but I wasn't even, listening to my own advice. So why not do it, So yeah, that's why I just had to leave. Like, and plus like, this is always what I've always wanted to do. And as long as I trust myself, I'll be straight. The universe got me, okay? I don't know. I want to be established before I come back so that I'll be able to help my community. And it's good to have a support system too. That's very important too, because like I only told like a select few of people that I was moving. So yeah, like my support system already knew the vibes. Like we'll see each other again. And just know that when you have a good support system that really believes and trusts in you, that's it. That's all that needs to fuel you with whatever that you're supposed to be doing. just following your path and just knowing that, you know, everything is okay and trusting in yourself, because that's all we have at the end of the day is ourselves. Things that I've noticed too, like, and for me, this goes with myself, that we're so dependent on like other people's like validation and actions that we don't even depend on our own. Like, we're the person that is living in this body. Like, we're the ones that's actually going through it. So like, why not do ourselves the favor and the satisfaction of just going with, you know, what we're supposed to be doing. I really was not a fan of like eyeshadow, just because like, I don't know, like back then I used to be such a perfectionist. Like, if it didn't look like that picture that I was referencing, we're done. We're just going to scrap it. We're not coming back to it ever again. But it's just a matter of working with the things that you're not good at. So I was like, you know, eyeshadow is really not for me. So let me do something different. So I really like the simplicity. Like, I love simple looks, because I feel like, to me personally, I feel like when you have like a simple look, you accentuate the features that you have and just amplifying it by the adding little details so that, you know, it pops out more, if that makes sense. Yeah. So yeah, I love like graphic liners just because like it's so like different, but it's so like simple too. Shout out to Shania for giving me this the Flash palette by Makeup Forever. Like, she the realest MVP, y'all. Like, get you a good best friend, because, you know, we all need one. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I did these locks, you guys. These locks took 4 days. But then again, okay, so the reason why it took 4 days is because first day, I was trying to get the method down. Like, my thing is, whenever I want to do something on myself, I study it. I go on YouTube and I watch videos from dawn to dusk. Like, I'm studying it like it's a test, because I'm trying to get it right. So I've been watching these faux lock videos for weeks, y'all. Not even weeks. Yeah, pretty much weeks. I'm not even gonna lie. Weeks. And so the day I ordered them and everything, and I don't know, like, I was doing like the crochet method, but it like, and my hair is blonde, like, you guys can see definitely, but like my hair was blonde. So because I was having conflicting feelings about like, oh, should I do blonde locks? But then I was like, no, I really like the look of, you know, having black locks. It's just beautiful. Beautiful. So yeah, so I was trying to hide the blonde, but it was just not working. So it was just taking up a lot of time trying to hide them. So I was just like, you know what, let me just work with it and just add it in there. It adds character. And I actually ended up liking them. Like, I liked how you can see the blonde a little bit. Yeah, so these took 4 days. So the first day, it took me a minute to really get the concept of how I was going to do it. It's just going to have to be a part of it. So it adds character too. So let's just go with it. And I'll come back, and if I want to hide it, I can just use some extra hair. So yeah, first day, getting the concept down. Second day, I was just effing around, you guys. Like, and plus, like, I work from home. I have to be on the computer the whole day, so I don't really have time to do my hair. So these are super long, you guys. Like, these are 36 inches. So yeah, just imagine for one lock, I kid you not, it probably takes like 5 minutes. I'm not kidding. Just because, like, you gotta loop it in, you gotta make sure that the braid is together and stuff like that. So yeah, it was interesting. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. So yeah, it took 4 days, but I love them, you guys. Like, I'm realizing, like, maybe I should grow my hair out to get some locks. I don't know. I'm not really committed yet, but I know that, like, for my last hairstyle, like my last hurrah, I'm definitely gonna lock up. Like, that's not a question. But I definitely want to try out some hairstyles right now. I don't know. I just want to try out some hairstyles and then, like, you know, be committed fully. And yeah. And plus, I love having short hair too. Like, short hair is so underrated. Like, you guys, short hair, great. But, you know, whenever you get inches, you just don't know how to act. So that's why I had to really, you know, get it together. So yeah. Oh yeah, so this little look that I'm doing, I've never really done like graphic liners. So this is like the first one that I've actually posted. because I'm not really, especially if I'm not really confident with something, I don't really like putting it out there. If you guys can hear the echo, I just relocated, if you guys can tell. So yeah. It's important to have a community because we're all going through something. So like when we all go through it, we always think that it's us. Like I think it's called the just you phenomenon. I learned that in psychology when I was in high school. So shout out to Mr. Fenolio. He probably doesn't remember me, quite honestly. He said that I talked a lot when I was in class, which I did. I like talking. So, and then I remember one time, he moved me with the intention for me not to talk, as if like me moving me from the group from the table that I was sitting at, thinking that, oh, if I move her from this desk, then she's not gonna talk to this other group of people. Little did he know that, your girl talks to anybody. As long as y'all listen. That sounds so narcissistic. But no, I like talking to people. I like engaging in conversation and just forming relationships. So yeah. So Mr. Fenolio, thank you for the communication course that you brought in psychology. So boop. Okay, guys. But I appreciate all that listened. You guys are very appreciated. So yeah, I'm just gonna put some music on and let you guys watch. So all right, see you guys later. Bye.
going on by myself. It's